What's up, rich people? It's me, Haley, AKA Mrs. Dow Jones. And in this video, we're gonna learn how to invest with just $100 a month using 4 easy steps. But before we jump in, I wanna make sure you're signed up for Mrs. Dow Jones's Diary. It's my free weekly newsletter, and we have 70,000 readers. So sign up using the link below. Okay, now let's get into it. So most people think that in order to invest in the stock market, you already have to be rich. I definitely thought that was true. I also thought that if you bought a stock, it meant that you had clout at that company. I fully thought if you bought a share of Starbucks, it meant that you were entitled to extra whip on your Frappuccino. But none of that is true. You don't need to be rich to start investing, but you do need to start investing if you want to be rich. Because becoming rich isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep and are therefore able to invest into the stock market. It's really a habit in not overspending and then putting that money towards future you. And if you're like, Haley, sounds great, but I do not have $100 a month. Yes, you do. You do. You do. Trust me, you can find $100 a month. Take a week off from buying matcha lemonade. Stop online shopping. Eat at home for once. Sell something. Strip. I don't care. But trust me, you have $100 a month, or you have the ability to make $100 a month. You can do this. And just to get your panties wet and you feeling motivated, if you invest $100 a month and it compounds annually and returns 8% a year, you'll have $18,500 in 10 years, $56,400 in 20 years, and $150,000 in 30 years. Now do you see why investing is the greatest? And by the way, these numbers are only gonna go up if you put away more money, but let's just start with that $100 first, and then eventually we'll work to get those contributions up. Or alternatively, you could spend that $100 every month mindlessly, and then 10, 20, 30 years from now, you could have a bunch of fast fashion and Starbucks cups that are empty. Up to you, your choice. Okay, here are the steps. Step 1, open a brokerage account. Don't overthink this, okay? Just make sure it's FDIC or SPIC insured and it has no monthly minimums. This is where a lot of people stop and they get scared and they're like, okay, I'm out. It's too complicated to choose a brokerage. It's not. Just make sure the brokerage that you choose is FDIC or SPIC insured and that it has no account minimums. I like public.com. You can use my link below. Or any of these other options work too. These places have been around forever. They're great, they're vetted, we love them. Again, there's no right answer, but there is a wrong one, to not open one. Okay, so when you sign up, it's gonna ask you for a bunch of personal information, your social security number, your address, just fill all of that in. And then it's gonna ask you what kind of investment account you wanna open. I'm going to assume if you are watching this video that you are a beginning investor, which means you have no accounts open yet. So while you're gonna see a lot of options on the screen, I would suggest opening a Roth IRA. Sure, you can do an individual brokerage account, but the Roth IRA has tax advantages, which lets you keep more of your money. Roth IRAs are tax advantage retirement accounts, which means you put in tax money to them, it grows tax-free, and then you get to take it out during retirement, age 59 and a half or older, and you don't have to give Uncle Sam a dime. This is the first account I focus on maxing out in my investment journey. If your employer offers a 401k match, take advantage of that first, but mine never did, so the Roth IRA was my first stop. There is a contribution limit. You can contribute up to $6,500 a year into a Roth IRA, which is $541 a month. But you don't need to worry about that yet. Let's just start by putting that $100 a month into the account, and we can work up to the $541 a month. It will happen, I promise. Growing wealth is addictive, investing is addictive. You are going to be about this life. Step 2, automate your deposits. Now that you have an account with your name on it, it is time to automate those deposits, honey. Investing is not a one-time thing, okay? You need to do it every single month if you want to see results, okay? Yeah. Automate deposits from your checking account into your investing account for $100 a month. Do not rely on willpower to do this. Trust me, you will forget. Step 3, choose your investments. A Roth IRA is an account, An account, not an investment. It's an account. It's a storage bin for your money. And before you say like,
duh, Haley,
you should know that this is one of the biggest issues I see beginning investors face. They open the account, they load the money into it, they pat themselves on the back, they change their Instagram bio to live, laugh, invest, and then they message me in a panic being like, why isn't my money growing? Well, sweetie, it's not growing because you didn't actually invest it into anything. Okay, but what should you buy? Thank you for asking. I would love to tell you. Okay, so first let's talk about what you shouldn't buy. Don't buy individual stocks. Don't buy crypto. Do not follow trends. The real secret to getting rich is about being consistent and boring and diversified, which is actually way harder than it sounds. Like you think your ex fucked with your head? Try a bear market. Okay, but what I would buy are low-cost index funds that track the S&P 500. Oh, and automate a buy order so that when your $100 gets transferred every month, it's automatically being invested into these index funds. And if that all sounds a little bit too complicated, you could also just use a robo-advisory, which honestly is sort of a sleigh for beginner investors. You literally just take a quiz, they create a risk profile for you, and then they invest your money in a way that fits your financial goals. If you want to go the robo-advisor route, I recommend opening a Wealthfront or Betterment account instead. But robo-advisor or low-cost index funds, it's the same deal, $100 a month automatically invested from your checking account into your brokerage account. But then they will take that money and invest it for you instead of you choosing your investments. It's basically like a self-driving car. Okay, yay, now you're investing. I hope that this actually made it easy because when I started my investing journey, I was like, yeah, everyone says it's easy, but it's not actually easy. But then when I did it, I was like, no, it's actually easy. So I hope that you're watching this being like, oh, I can body this. I can totally do this because you really can. You have a goal, $100 a month. You know which account you're gonna put it into, Roth IRA, baby, because we want those tax advantages. And you know what you're going to invest it into, either a low-cost index fund that tracks the S&P 500, or you're gonna use a robo-advisor, Wealthfront or Betterment, both great, and they're gonna do it for you. So what's next? Well, investing more than $100 a month, maybe? Don't get me wrong, $100 a month is great, but keep increasing your deposits so that you can keep growing wealth. And really what I hope you took from this video is that investing is not hard. Like the actual act of investing, not that hard. And if you do think it's hard or intimidating, just use a robo-advisor. The real work comes from not spending all of your money and having the discipline to instead put some of it away towards future you every single month. But as you can see, the more aggressively that you do this, the more rewards you're gonna reap. Get addicted to the game, baby. So yeah, is $100 enough to start your investing journey? Abso-freaking-lutely. But the key word is to start and then build that $100 up. And if you're feeling very overwhelmed, I have a beginner's investing course called Let's Invest. Okay, gotta go text Warren Buffett back, but don't forget to subscribe and stay rich.